Hey guys, I want to bring it up to you guys, a really new cool feature that the SG Timer brings into you. It's basically you have your presets and then you have your shooting exercises. The shooting exercises allows for you to have unlimited numbers of reps that you can do within that. Like for instance, this particular thing, you can go down to the par setup. You can set up all your time, your time limit. I'm gonna do 2 seconds right now. This shot should be three shots, but I'm gonna leave it unlimited just in case I need to pick up shot. And then the pause time and the reset time will be 3 seconds. And once I have that done and set, I can just continue to add par time. And then I can see that I have 4 sets of 4 par times that I've already predetermined. I can change this up to, I can add another one, and on the 5th one, I can change, or let's just say on the 5th one, I can change those time limits to 3 seconds if I'd like to, but right now I don't need that. So basically, I'm just wanting to see and test something, and I'm just gonna remove one par time because I don't need all 5. So basically all 4 of them is gonna run me at 2 seconds with a 3-second reset time. And then this is my preset within that shooting exercise of what I need to do in regards to sensitivity and all that stuff. So I already got that all set to my current mode. I'm gonna go check this out. And one of the uses for this for me and why this is important is for something like this. I have a target that's at 7 yards and it's popper at 20 yards. I wanna know, I'm gonna do the first run, which is better for me and which gives me an overall better time. And not only that, an overall better execution, where whether it's better for me to go paper first and then into the steel within 2 seconds, or is it better for me to go steel into the paper? So the first 2 runs, I'm gonna go with paper and then the steel, and hopefully I'll hit it. I'll shoot until I hit the targets, right? So that's all I'm gonna do. My goal is to hit it within 2 seconds. So I'm gonna keep shooting until I hit the target and whatever it is. So this is gonna give me the results. And then my reset's gonna be 3 seconds. I'm gonna reset and I don't have to keep pressing the timer. I'm just gonna let it go once and I'm gonna be able to do all 4 tests with one button pressed. So here we go. So now it's really cool about this is that you'll have 3 different sets to look for. The first set, I was clean. I didn't have any pickup shots. I started from paper into the steel. It was a 188. The second, I had a faster first shot, so it eventually had a faster overall time, but I missed that 3rd shot, so I had a pickup shot at 210. The 3rd set, I was clean right off the bat going from steel to paper. And what the difference is, my first shot, I gave up 0.09, so I should have lost overall time, but I gained it on my transition time from steel to paper. So 109 I lost time because I shot a further target versus the close target, and then I can compare that to my 4th run. And again, my first shot is about the same because I'm shooting the steel, but however, my transition time now is much better and it gave me an overall faster time, 174. So now if I compare that to my best run at first target up close, that's 174 versus 188. And then the second one where I missed, I had a pickup shot, it was the 210. That would have been a 174 because of my first shot, but 210 because of a miss, because of risk there. And this one, set number 3 and set number 4, both at 177, 174, both all hits from steel to paper. So I'm one of those shooters that I just found out using this exercise. All I had to do was basically press it once. I didn't even have to press it multiple times and check the look and timer and look, try to remember, write it down, or maybe even have to save it on the app. This particular feature will allow me to be able to do the test, focus on shooting without getting distracted. I'm in the moment, I'm just shooting. And this one I was testing 2 things. I was testing the overall time, and number 2, I was testing the ability to execute over and over. So if I was truly testing this, I would probably put it at 10 par times altogether. So I would have 5 that I would test going from near to far, and then I would do that 5 times in a row, and then I would also do 5 times in a row going far to near, and I would pay attention to which one I was able to repeat, execute better, and which one gave me the better time at the same time. All in all, it really depends on the shooter. You can do it, you probably, some shooters will like it going from close to far. Some shooters like me like going from far to near. But I already knew that, but it's one of those things that this feature allows me to be able to just press one button and do the study later, and then having the setup and the way it showcased the picture from set 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, I can immediately do an immediate comparison, my first shot, second shot, third shot, split time, transition time, and all of that, all in one face and all that stuff, all in one run. And I don't have to waste time taking the time, pressing start again, taking me out of the moment of shooting and losing that focus for that particular drill. That's how I would use that on that particular feature. So however you use it, I would love to hear from you guys. Comment below, let me know how you guys think, send me a message, however. So another way I use this feature is setting up a course of fire in general. So I have 4 strings of fire. Instead of just having to reset my timer each and every single time, because I'm gonna have different part times for each and every single one of these except for the last 2 strings, I have 4 strings of fire all set up in different part times. And the way that I do that is I go to shooting exercise, I click it, I go to par setup, and you can see in par number 1, I'm at 2 seconds, right? Pause time 3 seconds for me to reset, and then part time number 2, string number 2 will be 2.5 seconds. Reset time is going to be 3 seconds, the same thing. String number 3 will be 3 seconds, as well as string number 4 will be 3 seconds. So that's how I've had this set up. So the way the drill is going to work here is it's kind of like a challenge. I call it a 15-point challenge, right? You have to shoot all alphas. You have one target, paper target, at about 7 yards away, and have a popper at about 15 yards away. If you miss on the plate, you don't get a score. You have to redo the whole course of fire. If you hit a Charlie outside the alpha, you also don't get a score. You go outside. The power times are tough, but they're not impossible. So you have to kind of be on the push side and not necessarily just sitting back shooting your own time. So we'll see how this goes live right now. I have 15 rounds loaded up, and all you need is 15 rounds. So here we go. So the first string of fire is 2 and then 1 on paper in 2 seconds. The next string of fire is the same thing, 2 seconds, steel, and then paper. And the third string of fire is going to be 2 on paper, 1 on steel, and 2 on paper. And the last string of fire is going to be 1 on steel, 1 on paper, and 1 on steel. So we'll shoot more and more and more, but here we go. I'm going to go paper and steel. And then once I start, my job is just to memorize the course and just get myself ready to go for the next drill. Oh! I failed on my own drill on the last shot, but that's basically the entire drill right there. And you can see I made all the part times. So the part time on set number 1 was 2 seconds. 123, 186, that's paper to steel. The next one was steel to paper, and we already know that I do that faster. It's a 180, fairly quick way to do it, and I still made it under 2 seconds. The next one was 2.5 seconds. That was 2 on paper, 1 on steel, and 2 on paper again. That was 2.4 seconds. I have all alphas on paper, so it still counts. So I move on to the 4th and final set. The 4th and final set captured me slamming the magazine out of frustration. All it was shooting 1 steel, 1 paper, and 1 steel. So 4 rounds total, and it was a 210. And I was supposed to have 2.5 seconds, but I shot it a little too soon, shot it onto the right. I was prepping the trigger, and the shot just went off a little sooner than I would like. but it's a 2.10. So I failed my own test. Everything else on paper was really good. I missed the steel, so that particular test I will do again. And all it is, and this one will test several things. As I was doing this drill for the first time, is one of those things that I had to know each and every single string of fire prior to starting the drill. Because once I start the drill, there's no time to stop, and your job is just to be able to think fast enough, memorize the drill, and kind of continue on. There's a certain challenge to that. Understanding that once you make it through one string of fire and everything seems perfect and you're still hitting the popper, it builds this natural self-pressure inside internally to be able to make sure that you still are good with the next string of fire so you continue and finish the drill. Because the whole rule is the second you throw a Charlie or the second you miss on that popper, you're immediately done for the drill and you have to start all over again. That drill, all I had was one magazine, 15 rounds, allowed for me to be able to do it in a very quick amount of time. I stayed in my zone. I was just shooting, kept it all in the alpha, made a small mistake at the end there, my last shot on popper, which basically didn't count. And basically, no matter how perfect I shot the whole time, I failed on my own particular drill. So I would love for you guys to give it a shot, try it out. We'll save these presets on the timer so you guys can just go at it, or I'll write it down somewhere and you guys can set it up your own way. And then I would love for you guys to give it a shot, and I would love for you guys to tag Shooter Global and tag me once you guys give it a shot. See you guys out there.